World War I, marked by its multi-front nature, witnessed numerous military campaigns and offensives that altered the course of history. One such pivotal moment was the Austro-Hungarian counteroffensive on the Eastern Front. This article explores the events leading up to the counteroffensive, its significance, and its impact on the Eastern Front during World War I. The Eastern Front, an overview. The Eastern Front of World War I stretched over 1,600 miles from the Baltic Sea to the Black Sea. It pitted the Central Powers, primarily Germany and Austria-Hungary, against the Entente powers, with Russia as the major adversary. The vast terrain and harsh climate posed immense challenges for both sides. Russian advancements and the Brusilov offensive. At the outbreak of World War I, the Eastern Front saw significant Russian advances into Austrian and German territory. The Russian Brusilov offensive of 1916 was a particularly devastating campaign that pushed the Central Powers back and threatened their hold on the Eastern Front. Austro-Hungarian crisis and the need for a counteroffensive. As the Brusilov offensive raged on, the Austro-Hungarian Empire faced a critical crisis. Its armies were demoralized, suffering from manpower shortages and inadequate supplies. The situation was dire, and a solution was imperative to halt the Russian advance. The Austro-Hungarian counteroffensive. In response to the crisis, the Central Powers, under the command of Field Marshal Konrad von Hötzendorf, launched a counteroffensive in the summer of 1916. The operation was known by several names, including the Gorlice-Tarnow Offensive and the Great Retreat of the Russians. Key elements of the counteroffensive. Coordination. The Central Powers coordinated their forces, combining Austro-Hungarian, German, and other units to maximize their impact. Surprise. The offensive was launched as a surprise attack, catching the Russian forces off guard. Artillery. The Central Powers made extensive use of artillery, employing new tactics and technology to devastating effect. Infiltration tactics. The offensive relied on innovative tactics like infiltration and bypassing fortified positions to keep the Russians on the move. Successive phases. The counteroffensive was divided into several phases, with each building on the success of the previous one. The impact of the counteroffensive. The Austro-Hungarian counteroffensive had a profound impact on the Eastern Front and the broader context of World War I. Territorial gains. The Central Powers managed to regain significant territories, pushing the Russian front lines back hundreds of miles. Strategic shift. The success of the counteroffensive marked a strategic shift on the Eastern Front, demonstrating that the Central Powers could still mount effective offensives. Pressure on Russia. The Russian army suffered heavy casualties and was further strained, contributing to the political and social turmoil that would eventually lead to the Russian Revolution of 1917. Boost in morale. The Austro-Hungarian army, which had previously been demoralized, experienced a significant boost in morale. The Austro-Hungarian counteroffensive on the Eastern Front was a critical turning point in World War I. It showcased the ability of the Central Powers to mount a successful and coordinated operation, reversing Russian gains and relieving pressure on the Austro-Hungarian Empire. While the Eastern Front continued to see significant battles and campaigns, the Gorlice-Tarnow offensive stands as a testament to the ever-changing dynamics of